Welcome back, YouTube. I'm your host, The Green Snapdragon, and in this video, I'm gonna tell you how I made a living off being an extra for 1 year. Let's do it. So to start off, I have a bit of an acting background already. I did theater all through high school and through college, what little bit I attended. Then I got into community theater after that, started, practicing, honing my skills and whatnot, until I finally started getting to some professional gigs. I got involved with SETC, which is the Southeastern Theater Conference, made a trip all the way to Hershey, Pennsylvania, worked at Hershey Park. Did a theater show that was with a company called Bubbles. It was a collaboration of Pepsi and Hershey. They made a baby. It was excellent. It was a great summertime. I came back and I wanted to get into film. So the first thing I did was I contacted a couple of my friends who were already involved in the scene, telling me about these different casting agencies. I was like, what? Like casting agencies? There's a full-on agency for being an extra? I thought that was just for actors. Turns out it's true. There really is one just for extras. Side note and spoiler alert, it actually is all on Facebook. The way I got in was a friend of mine sent me a link. It was to a casting company called Roselock Casting, okay? Now there were others in two. It was, I think there was TaylorMade Casting and Marianella Humes. Hey, shout out to them, they're really cool. So I got involved with these different casting agencies, and what I did was I went specifically onto their Facebook pages and made them my notifications. So whenever they posted something, I saw it first, you know what I mean? Well, technically, whoever saw it first. But I was fast enough, I was there. The Roselock casting one was actually for Watchmen. My first day on set was pretty cool, I gotta admit. I never seen anything like this. It was actually in Macon, Georgia. I worked there on Cherry Street at a pizzeria called Doughboys Pizza. So just being down the street from filming, it was incredible to me. I was like, wow, movies are really coming to Georgia in general. That was a great day on set, finished it off, boom. That was my first piece of work done. I was like, well, why can't I make more money off of this? Like, where can I get involved at? How can I keep doing this so I can make a living off of it? Like, I wanna be, this is where I kinda wanna get my hands into some money here. I mean, I'd rather do that than work a Kroger night stock job. Like, eesh. Have you worked one of those? So I got involved. I wanted to figure out how can I be proactive in getting these castings. So what I did was get at least 10 of them that were known in the area, click them for the notifications, and make sure that I was submitting to almost everything. Now, a big part of this, right, was that I submitted a lot. But since a lot of them are the same, you can actually reuse the ones that you've already sent in. So say, for instance, if I take a photo, right, I take a selfie, there's usually a date. There's usually a span that you can use that selfie for. And if you've taken like a bunch of them, like maybe like different profile angles, whatnot, oh man, you're set. You can be sending for a month and not have to worry about taking another picture. I ended up being in a lot of different shows. Teenage Bounty Hunter that just came out recently. The Outsider, of course. I was in Lovecraft Country, which was pretty cool. Got a double shot on that. They actually took 2 shots. And, I was in Sisters. That was great. They gave me a lot of money. Tyler Perry pays well. He is that guy. Now, I was also in Too Many Things to Remember, to name them all off. And I was also on some of these shows for weeks. I was on Outsider for at least 3 months, at least. There are scenes in Outsider that did not even make the final cut type of time span that I was inside of The Outsider. Great cast and crew, by the way. Love you guys. Shout out to The Outsider. That was fun. There's like so many different projects that were active at the time that I enjoyed doing. Some of the more fun ones were like one time that I was in a ESPN football commercial. It was for, I think, Chex Mix. Yeah, it was for Chex Mix. That was pretty fun. Some work begets other work. Because when you get on these sets, you start talking to different people, you network a little bit, and boom, okay, hey, you know about like this guy that likes to play guitar? Oh yeah, we need him on our set. I mean, I slipped into like a couple of different projects just by knowing a friend and having them need me on something. A couple of AD friends that I made were like, oh yeah, man, just come back tomorrow. We'll put you in. Yeah, you're good. I didn't even have to go through the agency. Like, that was how good it was. I met all these people on set. I didn't know them before, but it's just that kind of vibe. Yeah, I feel real cringe using that, but that is what it was. It was a vibe. The one thing about it is the pay, and this is important. This is why you have to stay on top of consistency of work, because the pay comes a little slow. With some companies, it can be up to a month that you get it. With some companies, it's 2 weeks. It's usually about 2 weeks is the basis, about an average of what you're going to be getting after you do it. You fill out your voucher, you fill out all your tax info. What's cool is that when you fill out all the tax info, you never have to do that again with that specific company. But the money can roll in a little slow. So you have to make sure that you're constantly on top of it. It's a job. It's a job to find the job. Even if you're like an actor, that's pretty much what that's like. The pay actually wasn't that great a lot of the time. What made it great were these things called bumps. You get bumps from having to do extra tasks. For instance, if I go to a set and they have to shave my hair and make me bald, then I'm gonna get a shaving bump. That's $20. But oh wait, now I'm coming from Atlanta to Conyers, okay? So I get a gas bump. That's an extra $20. Suddenly, your pay rate of 75 over 8, which is, 8 hours, you're getting paid $75. And after that, you get overtime. Now, besides that, I'm also getting $40 on top of that. So now I'm walking out of here with $140 for a day. Ladies and gentlemen, you do the math. Outsider did a $100 bump for wearing a costume. Now, the costume was, it could get kind of hot. So what? I'm making $200 in one night. What's great is that you build your schedule and no one tells you what days you have to work. You're deciding that, which is beautiful. I loved it. I had complete and utter control over what I was going to be doing for the next couple of months. I was able to learn bukus. If you're an aspiring actor, I suggest you go ahead and get involved in at least one extra gig just to see what it's like on a professional set. Because let me tell you, it's different than these indie projects. Money talks. To conclude this video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed a little insight about what I do, what I did. It was great. With that being said, stay safe, stay productive, and remember, it ain't easy being green.